Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Our next guest is an investigative journalist on radio, TV, and online. And now she's highlighting some very infamous true crime stories. Diane Diamond is here to tell us about new specials from Investigation Discovery's 9 at 9. Hi, Diane.
Hi, how are you? Hope everyone there is safe and sound.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Same to you. Let's get started just about last night, because everybody's familiar with this case. Jeffery Dahmer was in the special from last night. I'm sure that you saw it. Any thoughts about that case?
Yes, we could talk for an hour just about the Jeffery Dahmer case. One thing we do at Investigation Discovery is we take a case that you may think is familiar to you, but we take all of the details and we put it into a narration that you come away knowing the whole picture. And that was a good example of that last night, Molly, because we talked to his father, we talked to the forensic psychiatrist who spent so many hours with Jeffery Dahmer. We talked to one of his victims that got away. So that's the kind of quality reporting you get when you tune in to Investigation Discovery, and especially the next 9 nights here. 9 at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We've got all these great new cases coming up.
I agree, and you are part of 6 of them as a correspondent coming up. Tell us about some of the ones that you'd like to highlight this morning for us.
Well, I'll tell you, I think probably one of my favorite, there's so many, it was the Jeffrey Epstein special. That's coming up. It's a 3-hour special, and it delves not only into the allegations of pedophilia against him and did he commit suicide or not, but where he came from and how did he become such a powerful billionaire figure who had such high-powered friends, from presidents to princes. And, this was the cadre around him that kept his secrets and let him victimize so many young girls.
Yeah, it's so sad, too. I know Brittany Murphy is another one that you're featuring. Yes. In fact, that's on tonight, and that's a fascinating look at a young movie star that should still be with us today, frankly. She was so talented. You'll see video of her as a young kid just popping off the screen. But at 32 years old, after having married a British citizen named Simon Monjack, she is found dead on her bathroom floor, surrounded by over-the-counter pills and prescription pills. And interestingly, the medical examiner said that she died of natural causes, anemia and pneumonia. 5 months later, as we reveal in the special, her husband dies of anemia and pneumonia under very strange circumstances. We do an exclusive interview with her father, Brittany Murphy's father, who alleges that this was nothing natural. These deaths were deliberate, that he believes that they were both poisoned. So you'll hear from him as well. Fascinating. And I love the perspective you get on this because, like in the Dahmer case, for example, some of these cases happened many years ago. And so now you have the benefit of time passing and interviewing people who've had all this time to think about things and add sort of new perspective on old cases. And some of them obviously are more recent. What do you think about America's appetite for true crime information and stories? Because it seems more popular than ever.
Yeah, it really does. And I've been covering crime and justice issues for decades now. I'm dating myself. But I think we're fascinated because our lives may not be that exciting. We hear about a Jeffrey Dahmer, or we hear about a Jeffrey Epstein, or we hear about a Brittany Murphy, and we know that that would never happen to us. So what's it all about? It's like watching a train wreck. You can't stop watching some of this stuff. And to your other point, you're exactly right. What I think Investigation Discovery does best is to take a story that everyone thinks they might know all about, but then really delve in, really take a deep dive into it and present it in a way where it makes sense. So much of the information we get these days is, little dribs and drabs. Well, we put it all together into a cohesive narrative so that you can really understand what happened or what didn't happen.
some of the cases here, we're still waiting for justice. Bodies not found, children waiting for their mothers to come home.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I think especially right now when people are looking for new material and they're at home so much more, it's excellent timing for this wonderful special. So thank you so much, Diane, for joining us this morning. We appreciate your time.
Oh, thanks a lot. And stay safe, everyone there in Milwaukee.
Same to you, too. We appreciate it. I want to make sure everybody knows that you can watch the specials all this week on Investigation Discovery. Make sure you check it out.